the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stream is being brought to you by none other than BetUS. Powered by BetUS. Receive a 125% sign-up bonus. The link is in the description of the video and also pinned at the top of the chat. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Get in the game now. Download the BetUS app. Put your bets in, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you bet the Broncos last night. If you didn't, download the BetUS app now so that you can bet against the Buffalo Bills moving forward. Mm. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. Ooh. Fast payouts, ladies and gentlemen. Within 24 hours, receive your payouts. Excellent customer service. Oh, remember, bet responsibly. If you have any issues with gambling, reach out to me, and there's resources on the website that can help you as well. Oh, heaven. Let's go! I told you, y'all thought I was trolling. Y'all thought I was hating on that bum just to hate on that bum. That bum is a bum. I told y'all. See, oh my God, I got so much to talk about. I got so much to say. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all better hit that like button. We got a lot to like today, so hit that like, man, hit that like button. Let's go. Oh boy, we got a lot to talk about. Oh my gosh. Oh. Push that like button. I'm gonna get to the super chats in a moment. Let me have a serious moment. Hold on. I gotta have a serious moment before I enjoy myself and laugh and just I gotta have a serious moment. All right, listen. Miami Dolphin fans. Congratulations. Man. It's been a long time since we won a division, man. It's been a long time. But congratulations to all my fellow Dolphin fans, the real Dolphin fans. We have officially won the AFC East, and it's only week 11. Wow. It's only week 11 and we done won the AFC East. Can you believe this? Man? Congratulations to all the Dolphin fans, man. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of our organization. The time is now. We're no longer talking about those bums, Jets, Patriots, Bills. We're gonna talk about the Bills today, but we're so far ahead of them now. It ain't even close. It's a wrap. Congratulations. We deserve it. We earned it. I can't wait till tomorrow night on the round table. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for the round table tomorrow night. All y'all better show up because you know they're going to be in hiding. All y'all better show up. Taking no prisoners. We taking no prisoners. None. No prisoners, no rules of engagement, no nothing. We at their neck. Oh my gosh. Listen, man. But we got this division. Now the real conversation for the rest of the season is more about seeding, trying to climb up to get that number 1 or number 2 seed. That's what it's about, baby. That's what it's about now. Yeah, that's what it's about. TD is the biggest troll ever. Let's go. You better know it. You ain't seen nothing yet. What done happened the last 2 weeks? You ain't seen nothing yet. Thank y'all who sending donations through Super Chat. I'm going to get y'all in a second. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right. I'm going to get to y'all. Okay. All right. But Dolphin fans, man, congratulations. This is what we always wanted. We'll talk more about the Dolphins at the end of this stream. But let's get on Buffalo. Let's reverse it. The bums. You can't make this stuff up. And let me tell y'all something. I've been telling y'all, man, like, Now I hope I ain't right about everything. There's some things I hope I'm definitely wrong about. But listen, let's be honest. Look at the takes that I've had over the last few years. What have I said since the roundtable started about the Bills? Oh, your window over in 2023. You better do it in 2021. They ain't do it. I said, Dan Mitchell, y'all got one more year. You got one more year, and you better do it. Because that money gonna start kicking in. You ain't gonna be able to make enough changes on that roster to make y'all better. Because if you ain't good enough now, you got one more year, Dan Mitchell. And they didn't do it. I mean, coming into this season, what did I tell y'all? I told y'all, oh, y'all gonna be competitive. Best case scenario, y'all gonna make a wild card. Best case scenario, but it's over for y'all. It's over. Oh, TD delusional. He just a hater, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I've been studying this NFL. I've been studying the NFL. The only team that has defied the odds of what my study has shown me is the Kansas City Chiefs. But that tells you when you got a generational talent under center, that's the only thing that can defy odds. It's the only thing that can defy odds is when you got a generational quarterback under center. Outside of that, you got a window, and you better take advantage of it. And they didn't take advantage of it. And what did I tell y'all earlier 3 weeks ago? Buffalo, y'all ain't making the playoffs. You think y'all gonna make the playoffs? Oh, no, he just hating. No, he just hating. I'm dead serious. And now here we are today. Here we are today, holding court. Here we are today, man. I need to give me a gavel. Man, you know, I got to make me an Amazon order. Let me write that down. Let me write down wifey. Amazon order. Yeah. I need me a gavel. I need me a king's crown. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a king's, I don't know what you call it. I'll just say stick. One of them, like, I anoint you. I need me a gavel, a king's crown, and a cream stick. I'm going to pass it on to wifey. She'll have it here next week. It's a wrap. I told you. Now let's break it down because the Buffalo Bills organization is full of frauds. Full of frauds. Let's break down what's happening. A scepter? Yeah. See, I ain't all wrapped too tight. I say a stick. Okay. Scepter. See people spelling it wrong in the comment section. Scepter, skepter. Yeah. Hey, I ain't too wrapped tight, but at least I'm honest about it. But all right, let's do this. Let's do this. Somebody said get the curly white judge hair too, TD. I got you, but I'm gonna make it black hair. You know, just it makes sense with me. Okay. Black judge, curly hair. Like Pinky. Say another word. Say another word. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's break down the Buffalo Bills and why they frauds. All this organization is about to go downhill from here. We got so much to talk about. Let me hold on. Let me turn the page. No, let me rip that out so I don't forget the wife. Make sure I give it to her. Now let me write down all the things we're gonna talk about with the Bills. Bills, frauds, organization. All right. We got to talk about Diggs, J.A., Josh Allen, Dorsey, and Dorsey's replacement. That's what's on the agenda. Let's get it. All right, let's start first and foremost. This organization is full of frauds. First of all, let's get something straight. You ain't got to agree with everything I say, but just hear me out and weigh it and let time tell. Josh Allen is a talent, but he is not a great quarterback, and I've been telling y'all this. Josh Allen was a benefactor of the system and the weapons that they got him. Yeah, I said, nope, let me put that on here too. Number 7 on number 14. Because you see Stephon Diggs' brother going off on Twitter back and forth with people, and he right. And he freaking right. I don't care if he should be doing it or not. The point of the matter is he's right. He on Twitter airing Josh Allen out. Telling everybody, if you really look at it, Josh Allen wasn't nothing until 14 got there. Facts. See, the receivers that do godly things on the field will sure enough make these ridiculous old quarterbacks look bad. Now, to be quite honest with you, Diggs got shut down last night too, but here's the problem. When you shut down these top receiver weapons for these quarterbacks that really are frauds, what these quarterbacks can do, what can they do when you shut down their weapons? And that's the problem. That's the problem. And listen, don't get me mad today, because this ain't nothing we talk about got to do with Tua. Even if the shoe fit, we ain't talking about him, okay? We talk about Josh Allen today. Because what did we do with Patrick Mahomes when we shut down his number one target in Travis Kelce? He got the job done regardless. He got the job done regardless. No matter how you want to slice it, the job was done with the W. Josh Allen is a product of the system at one point, and now they don't even believe in him no more, but whether you want to believe it or not. They don't even want to believe in the man no more. They over him. They know what he is. He a gunslinging runner. And guess what? He stopped running. He looked like trash. He got back to running, but now he ain't got your boy Dayball over there helping him out, trying to call plays that's going to make him look good. He ain't got Dayball over there keeping him, trying to keep him poised. He's a reckless quarterback who's very skilled, but just can't put it together. It ain't no reason with the intangibles Josh Allen got why he shouldn't be a top 2 quarterback in the NFL. The man got the body style. He got the freaking durability with his body makeup. He has the freaking arm. Come on, man. He could run the ball. He could break tackles, truck you, all of that. But why is he always constantly looking like a bum, blowing it for his own team? Now, was he the only reason for the loss? No, but you as a quarterback in a big game when your team back against the wall, you can't be doing that. You're a bum. And I told y'all this. Oh, TD, nah, I agree with you on a lot of stuff, but Josh Allen, I know you're trolling because Josh Allen's actually really good. Yeah, but he's not in control. He's not in control. I don't want a quarterback like that. I don't care how many skills in the world. If you can't keep him in control, it won't be worth nothing. People need to realize having that dude under center is rare, and I get that, and I understand why you shouldn't cry about it because you're begging for perfection and something rare. Man, you better be looking for the best thing you could ever find. You better try to get the best thing you can at that position. And Josh Allen is a prime example. He can even have the freaking intangibles, but it ain't enough. They will never win a Super Bowl with that bum. I've been trying to tell y'all that. And this is why. This is why. They'll never win one with him. All that talent in the world, but still ends up being one of the main reasons they lose every time. I don't care. Yeah, it was multiple reasons they lost, but he's always one of the reasons. One of the multiple. And these Bills fans as delusional as anybody. Oh, you can't put it on Allen. He can't do it. But man, y'all be quiet. Look, you know what? Good. I'm glad you got Josh Allen. I'm glad you got Josh Allen. The only thing that bothered me with him is sometimes he don't have that dumb effect and he'll beat us here and there. But at the same token, as long as y'all got Josh Allen, you'll never do nothing long-term in the NFL. You won't. And guess what? Your window just closed because you just gave him the big deal. The money never kicked in until now. From this point on, now you got to start shaving the roster to be able to keep affording them. Next year, you got to shave the roster. Next year, you lose valuable players, and how do you maintain? Y'all going to have to rebuild half of that defense next year when you look up. Your window's over. Your window is over. At best, you'll compete for a wild card, maybe on a rare occasion get a first-round win, but outside of that, your team won't even have enough talent to be able to compete with the best of the best anymore. it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You've already enjoyed the first 2 years, last year and this year, of the front end of the contract. You've already used it up. Now you got to take the real cap hits. Unless you want to get real frisky and renegotiate, restructure the contract and doom your future. Doom your future. Josh Allen ain't as good as you think. Them weapons have been making them look great. But guess what? You mean to tell me, let's get this straight, ladies and gentlemen. This is why they frauds, and this is why they had to do something this morning to appease the fan base to make it seem like they doing something. So you fire Ken Dorsey and replace him with the quarterback coach. Let me say that again. You fire Ken Dorsey and replace him with the quarterback coach. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I ain't got a problem with you firing Ken Dorsey, but replacing him with the man that should be responsible for the trash play of Josh Allen to begin with. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You fire the OC and promote the man who probably should have been fired because the quarterback can't keep his nose clean. Make it make sense. Which tells you it was nothing but a shake-up scapegoat to make it seem like we made a drastic move for the better of our team. Man, shut up. Y'all trash. Now you're trying to save face, and you want to use him as the out. You want to use Ken Dorsey as the out. It wasn't an issue when Ken Dorsey helped put 48 on the Dolphins, was it? Now, all of a sudden, that bum started rearing his head, throwing a pick every single week. Oh, it's Ken Dorsey's fault. Now, don't get me wrong. Ken Dorsey definitely got to go. I don't want to hear nothing about the QB coach and Dorsey had different ideas. You know why I don't want to hear nothing about it? One idea that I know they both shared was Josh Allen stop turning the ball over. So tell me, why can't the quarterback coach who's directly responsible for that fix it? Why couldn't the quarterback coach fix it? That bum out here getting coaches fired. And I hate for a man to lose his job, but I love what's going on in Buffalo right now. This green tea. Oh, Lipton, boy. Y'all be hitting with this green tea, especially after a Bills firing. Oh, we got a new sponsor, Lipton green tea, when Buffalo loses. Oh, man. This is crazy. This is straight scapegoat. You literally fire Dorsey and promote the man who's directly responsible for Josh Allen and his trash play. Man, everybody talk about Josh Allen had 2 picks. The fool had 3. All right, I'm going to count that first one. And the second drive of the game, the first play to throw outside where the guy stepped out of bounds. I'm counting that too because it was just dumb. I'm counting it too. He had 3 picks. He had an honorary pick. It was such a bad throw, just a reckless. Man, Josh Allen. Oh, that bum is a bum. I told y'all that bum be bumming. I've been telling y'all, thought I was just hating to promote the Dolphins. Y'all thought I was just hating on Josh Allen to promote the Dolphins? No, I've been telling y'all. I've been studying quarterbacks, man. That's all I've been doing. For 4 years now, I've been locked in on all these quarterbacks in the NFL. I've been locked in on these quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, disclaimer, it's probably about 3 or 4 of them I'm not locked in on. I need to do some research on because I feel ignorant every time we talk about it. Geno Smith, he just shockingly came out like a good quarterback, but I still didn't take my time to go check out what he's doing to see if it's legit or not because I don't believe in it, but I'm just being lazy. So Geno, I ain't been doing no checking out on Geno. What's that boy over there in Washington? What's his name? What's the boy name in Washington, man? Whoever he is, I ain't been checking him out either. It may be like 2 more. Yeah, Sam Howell. I ain't even watch a game of Sam Howell. I still see some plays or something. Maybe I have. I don't remember. But outside of that, I'm telling you, about 28 plus quarterbacks in this NFL. I've been looking at film. I've been studying. I'm just trying to actually hone in on that position, get a general basis on the climate, the status of the NFL right now. The status of the NFL right now. Some of my thought processes keep changing and different things, but I'm trying to get a good hold on what actually makes a good quarterback. Is it temporary? You know, some of these quarterbacks balling out, is it temporary or is it sustainable? What does it need and all of that? I've been doing my research, baby, and I've been telling y'all since day one, Josh Allen is not what y'all think he is. Take away those wide open deep throws where he just heave it and the receiver's so good he run up under it. What do you really have? You got a inconsistent intermediate guy. Sometimes sell it too high. Sometimes under pressure, sells it too low. Now, he ain't a bum. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but at the end of the day, I just don't see him as that guy that could win a Super Bowl. I only saw him being able to do it in that window of taking advantage of a quarterback playing top level at a young contract, having everything around him. But they sit there and replace Dorsey with the quarterback coach who also should have some responsibility. And you know the sad part about it is Buffalo ain't out. They ain't dead. They ain't gonna, I don't think they may not even make the playoffs. But besides not making the playoffs, they gonna win some games. They gonna win some good games against like the Chiefs or something like that. And everybody gonna be like, yeah, I'm glad we fired Dorsey. No, it was just the on game for Josh Allen. Just like it was versus Miami when Dorsey was here. It ain't the OC as the main issue. Titty, who the best quarterback in the NFL? Like well-rounded altogether, or like right now, this very moment, this year alone? You know, so that's a loaded question. Because you can't change Mahomes from being the best quarterback in the NFL. But if we're talking about right now, this season, like just what have you done for me lately in the last 3 months or whatever, 2.5 months? Who's been playing the best quarterback play in the NFL? Best quarterback play so far in the NFL. Y'all ain't gonna like me for this. Y'all ain't gonna like me for this. Because probably nobody would say this or be bold enough to say it, but I gotta go with the rookie, man. Like, show me a quarterback in the NFL that ain't have 2 stinkers yet. Almost all of them done at least had like 3. I only know 1.5, maybe 2 from CJ. That kid, man. It's weird though. Like, it's almost like how you ain't got the best O-line. You got one of the best left tackles, but the rest of that line trash. The center is the worst in the league. Like, the rest of that O-line is not great at all. Now they 30, like bottom 6, no, but they're in the 20. They ain't good. And you look at the weapons, he got some fair guys, but he ain't got world beaters, you know? And then in clutch moments, look at what he's doing. Like you put all those elements together, but it's like you could almost wait for the fall on your face moment. Like you got to fall on your face soon. It's coming up. I mean, you lost to the Panthers. You see what I mean? But I don't, it's weird. It's weird. It's hard, man. Yeah, but I have to give CJ number one. And I'm gonna be honest, at the number one, it's like 3 or 4 guys that could be tied at number 2. And anything past them 5 guys, it don't matter. 2 in them 3 or 4 guys, you could be tied. Because after what happened this week, like think about what Tua did versus Kansas City, right? Oh, he dropped out. Oh, he number probably 10, 11, 12 right now at this point. After this weekend, he right back at least top 5, 6. Easy. He ain't had to lift a finger. He ain't had to lift a finger. He back in top 6. Purdy, I can't give it to Purdy either because when the things around you broke down, you broke down. When you got him back, now you back. So Purdy is clear. Yeah, I mean, like Purdy is that 3rd level, but the top. Okay, I'll put Purdy 7 or something like that. 6 or 7. You see what I'm saying? I'll put Purdy 6 or 7. So CJ Stroud, number 1. Number 2, I got players like Tua, Dak, Lamar, Mahomes. I already know I'm probably missing 1 or 2. And then the next level, Purdy and a few other guys. And this is just off the top of my head. Trevor Lawrence, I'm sorry. Trevor in that 3rd tier at the top over there with Purdy. Ooh, you're right. I'm tripping. Jared Goff up there in the number 2. He in that 2 level. You're right. Jared Goff at the 2 level. Yeah, that's about 5 of them in the 2 level. Joe Burrow. He over there with Purdy in the 3rd level right now. He was in the 2 level. He had got himself back to 2. Now he at the top of the 3. And that's between that's 7 to 10. Burrow and Purdy, 7 to 10. How about that? So, and Burrow can easily jump back into 2. He got to rattle off some big wins, but after this weekend, he got to take that. He got to take that. Somebody who was in the 4th level, 12 or lower, who now probably top 12 right now after one game and they lost, Herbert. I put Herbert probably somewhere like 11 or something like that. What the boys was doing back and forth golfing Herbert, y'all got to respect that. Dobbs needs some more games before I rank him. Or maybe not. Dobbs 3. We got to see a little more. Jalen Hurts has been, he's top of 3 with Purdy now because he ain't got to do much. Like, he ain't did much either. Like, he's straight and he's consistent and, but he ain't it's weird. It's weird. At the end of the season, if he keep doing what he's doing, he'll be in that 2 range. He'll be top 5, but he just got to keep doing it. But he ain't doing nothing that's making him, he the best quarterback in the league right now. Boy, man, you got to look at CJ Stroud, got like 3 clutch victories now. Clutch, like in big games, big opponents too. Zach Wilson, 38th. Probably worse than that. But anyway, Mac Jones about down there with him. Man, stop talking about people like Mac Jones and Zach Wilson. I don't waste my breath. Why? Stop doing that. Russell Wilson's 3rd tier, just consistent. He ain't carrying the team, but you know what? He's not making mistakes. He's doing his job. and you can win games that way. But I've been telling people this about Russell Wilson. I've been telling people. You know, he ain't looked bad against us until the game got out of reach and they required him to take chances. Then he started turning it over, but that was only because of the circumstance. Russell Wilson is a good game manager and always has been. And if you build a team that leads by defense and runs the ball and play action, Russell Wilson is your guy. But making the money he makes, you just can't get over the hump. If you can get a Russell Wilson at $20 million a year, if you could lock him down 5 years or $100 million, you could have a Super Bowl contender every year. But him getting the money to $40 million or whatever that he's pretty much getting, that 1, 2, or 3 pieces that he's taking money from is all the difference. It's all the difference. Tannehill probably, if I was to rank him right now, Tannehill's probably somewhere around 18. Not good at all. But some could argue he 28th, but here's why I put him at 18. Y'all just don't know what's going on in Tennessee. Derrick Henry just had a game where he rushed 11 yards or 14 yards or something, and he played the whole game just about. That O-line is the worst in the NFL. And Will Levis had that one miraculous game, and then the very next game, which he started this week, he came right back down to earth, and they showed him it ain't the quarterback. They put up 3 points. It's not the quarterback. Matter of fact, Will Levis looked like he got more turnover-worthy plays than Tannehill be having. They dropped like 3-4 picks on that man. So Tennessee, that's why I say the Miami game, that's an easy W. Easy W for us. They start selling defensive players, as you know. And that offensive line is the worst in the NFL. They can't figure anything out. So hopefully in order to evaluate Will Levis, they actually fix the O-line next year and give him a real shot. And Tannehill, he's just going to go to a team that's a French team that couldn't get the quarterback but contended next year. They're going to bring him in as their guy. So look for Tannehill to end up in New England, Atlanta, Green Bay. There's going to be like 5 or 6 teams that has that potential. I wouldn't even rule out Minnesota. Even though Dobbs over there, I wouldn't rule that out. There's going to be like 5 or 6 teams that'll probably pursue him next year. So that'll be interesting. But, yeah, he's not top 15, so it ain't worth it. But, yeah, man, another thing, offense is down this year in the NFL. Offense is down big time. And a lot of people have been trying to figure out why offense has been down. It's because a lot of teams have been investing in defense trying to counter this offensive wave that is taking place over the last 4, 5, 6 years. And this is the ebbs and flows of the NFL. This is what I try to educate y'all on. It's ebbs and flows. Everybody around here talking now saying the league's turning into an offensive league. You got to go offensive now. If you're saying that today, you've already missed the wave. Your best bet is to get on the defensive wave now. If you didn't see the offensive wave 3, 4 years ago, you already missed it. But this is what happens every time in the NFL. Y'all got to study the behaviors of these teams. Right now, all the teams that missed the offensive wave, this is what they're doing. We need an offensive coach. Look at what Miami and all the great offenses doing. You need a great receiver, and you need this, you need that on the offense. If you're realizing that today and you're about to build your team headed in the offensive direction, you already behind the curve. Because for the next year or two, that's it for the offensive wave. Because 2 years from now, in 2025, I guarantee you everybody's going to be, you got to build a defense. You got to build a defense because when you look at these offenses, the only teams successful are these great defenses that's stopping them because this is the first year you're starting to see the great defenses, the Browns, the Ravens, the Jets. You see what I'm saying? All those teams that are like making people look twice is happening on defense. It's happening on defense. So the smart general managers would say, we missed the offensive wave, but you know what? Let's stay on defense and like be a part of the first ones so that we could get back to the offense sooner and keep up with the ebbs and flows of what's happening in the NFL. Because when you got all these weapons and all of this and all that to offset it, you have to. You have to. This offensive wave only going to last another 2 years. 2025, a shift is going to come because you got to follow the money. Right now, where's all the money shifting? To the offense. To the offense. Next offseason, watch where all the money shift. Defensive tackles, corners, and safeties. Watch what the market do. Well, you actually, this year, you already saw the defensive tackle market get shift. Now watch these corners and safeties. Watch what's about to happen. Receivers crossed over into the $30 million threshold for the first time, right? That wave just came. What you think is next? What do you think is next? Now you're going to have these corners and safeties around here punching in the 27, 28, 29, and how dare I say somebody hits 30? Y'all got to understand, literally, like, I don't know how long it's been now, 8 years or something like that. Rashad Jones punched in 20, and that was a while ago. 20 per year. I think it was like a 5-year, $100 million. So the defense is about to catch up. The defense is about to catch up. And the one position that's still going to reign obsolete for the next few years will be the running back position. But around 2027, it's 2026, it's going to make a resurgence. Because once all those defense stacked, people are going to say, you got to be able to run the ball. It's a cycle in this NFL, man. It's a cycle. And it's a matter of which teams were ahead of the curve and which teams joined the party late. Which teams are chasing the format. But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Y'all hit that like button, man. We got 750 people on a Tuesday midday on this stream. That's pretty huge. Also, I'm about to hit 27,000 subscribers. I need like 10 more or something like that. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe to TD Fans Talk now. Help me get there. It'll be greatly appreciated. Every milestone means a lot for me and my family. All right. And I'm appreciative of those who support that. Thank you for those who hit the like button, punching that algorithm, helping it get out there. And thank you for those who donate to the channel via super chats. It goes a long way, helping me do bigger and better things. Just greatly appreciative of all the viewers and those who support what we do over here at TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. And special shout out above all to those who disagree but still rock with me, because that's what it's about. Sports talk, sports debate. We ain't always got to agree. My take ain't always got to be 100, but we had that dialogue. It's always what it's been about. Not this culture and in this current climate that he said something I disagree with, I hate him and I cancel him. That's just, it's just ridiculous. But appreciate those who could break through those barriers. But yeah, listen, man, the Buffalo Bills, back to that real quick. It's a wrap. Y'all understand, in order for them to get 11 games, they got to go 7-1. They got to go 7-1 the rest of the way out. 7-1. In a miracle situation where 10 gets you in, you got to go 6-2. The way the Bills are operating right now, that's going to be tough. It's not impossible, to be honest with you, but it's going to be tough. I'm just hoping what happened last night puts us in a place to where we don't have to worry about the last game of the season. We don't have to worry about the last game of the season deciding it all. That's what I was worried about. And y'all get mad at me all you want, Dolphin fans, but if it came down to the last game of the season, I really didn't have much faith at all based off of our current history. That's just the reality. Just keeping it 100, being honest. But if sometimes you have to ignore history, like this year, I'm contradicting myself right now, by the way. Sometimes you got to ignore history, because if you stick with history, it tells you Dolphins about to blow it too. Like every time we hold our own destiny, we'll go out there and freaking lose to the Raiders this week. Every time we own our own destiny, we'll go out there and lose to the Raiders this week. The Bills will go win, and it's right back to they hold their own destiny now. Because as long as we're one game up on the Bills, they don't care as long as they play that last game to win the tiebreaker. Long as we're 2 games up on the Bills like right now, we're good. We're good. Long as we remain 2 games on the Bills, we're good. 1 game, it comes down to the last one. So, man, you know what? I've had my moments on this channel where I've gone ballistic and went off on the Dolphins. But I'm going to tell y'all now, you mess around and you lose a game to freaking Raiders at home, no comment. This year different. We not losing to Raiders, bro. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't see us losing. They smoked their last cigar this weekend. That's how I look at it. And if I'm the Dolphins, I'm putting since we're at home, I'm putting all in the locker room. No smoking allowed. Putting signs right smack dab in the middle of every locker. No smoking allowed. Just to mess with them. Just mess with them. Oh, man. We say every year is different. I know it, but this year is really different. But yeah, man, the Raiders, they are a hot team right now. And as you can see, some of these teams are starting to turn it on. The whole landscape in the NFL is starting to flip. It's kind of a weird thing, right? But we're not going to lose this game. Now, Raiders Nation say you think you funked. I think you meant funny. I'll let y'all decide that. But yeah, bro, ain't no smoking in our locker rooms. Hey, we gonna make sure we put signs on every one of them lockers. No smoking allowed. Smoking could cause federal prosecution. I throw the heck out of the Raiders coming to our stadium. I literally put it in every locker, big, and I put it in pink. I just do something random like pink signs. Just random pink. Like no smoking allowed in pink. Oh man. Boy, oh boy, but I'm gonna tell you now, we can't lose to the Raiders. If the Dolphins lose to the Raiders, I'm gonna tell you now it's a wrap. Because boy, the Jets gonna be like, they lost. The Jets gonna be like, yeah, y'all come up here. Y'all gonna get some of this. Oh my gosh. TD, does A-Chain come back this week? He should. I believe A-Chain will be active. I think we got some bad news today with Robert Hunt. It ain't guaranteed yet, but he may miss another game. So that's interesting to hear. Craycraft might be coming off of IR or whatever. We'll see. Flamingo colored, not pink. All right, that's fine too. But listen, I'm not worried about the Dolphins in these games coming up. My projection, we're going to win the next 5 and lose the last 3. And if we win 1 or 2 of the last 3, good for us. I'm just trying to get to 11, win the division, and get our first home playoff game and go from there. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. Raiders can win out after this week. Let me look at the Raiders schedule. Give me a second. Let me check them out. Let me see what they've done. They beat the Broncos. They lost 38-10 to the Bills. This is the early season Raiders. Lost 23-18 to the Steelers, early season Raiders. Lost to the Chargers 24-17, early season Raiders. And then they turned it around a little bit. They beat Green Bay 17-13, beat Patriots 21-17, lost to the Bears 30-12. See, that's where you just lose all respect for me. Then the Lions beat them 26-14. And now they're trying to turn it around again, beating the Giants 30-6, but it's the Giants. Beating the Jets 16-12. No, they not beating us. They ain't got a shot. They ain't beating us. And they can win out, they ain't winning out. They losing to us. Then the next week they losing to the Chiefs. Then they losing to the Vikings. They losing to the Chargers. They losing to the Chiefs again. They got a chance against the Colts and a chance against Denver. Yeah, they done. The Raiders are done. They are done. Look at these haters in the comment section. Raiders will beat Miami. Bet. Yeah, you bet. You're the one out here with the lopsided pick. You bet. I ain't worried about that at all. Put your money on it, man. Yeah, you put your money on it. You're the one that going against the odds. Raiders are not done. Who in the chat right now is talking this craziness? They like, are you listening? They got to play the Chiefs twice. They got Minnesota Chargers and the Dolphins. That's 5 losses. They done. Hey, what are you talking about? Who's this? Man, boy, the Raiders fans showed up. Why y'all showing up? Raider Nations keep on playing because y'all suck against us. Listen, I know one thing. As long as we don't have that tour Raiders 2 years ago or whatever it was, as long as we don't have that, as long as we don't have that kind of situation, because that was brutal. Raiders by 12. Y'all done lost y'all mind. Yeah, the Raiders feeling themselves. Like I said, ain't no smoking cigars in Miami. Y'all done had y'all last cigar. That's why every week y'all Super Bowl, y'all in the locker room smoking cigars. Like y'all done won something. More than halfway through the season, they smoking cigars because they got what is it? They fifth win of the season and they smoking cigars. Man, y'all get out of here. Get out of here. Oh. Yeah, and y'all ain't no much different from the Dolphins in the sense that y'all ain't beat nobody but bums, really. Y'all ain't beat nobody but bums and opportunistic in it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Y'all 1-4 on the road. Come on, man. Y'all 1-4 on the road and we 4-0 at home. Matter of fact, y'all a good home team, though. You're 4-1 at home. But y'all got to stop this delusion. Yeah, I think, Dolphins probably going to put up 40-something on the Raiders. They'll score 10. They'll score like 10 points. That whole thing will come down to earth. 5-5, just like Buffalo. Ain't that crazy, y'all? McDaniels was 1-4. Yeah. No, that's not true, by the way. McDaniels had 2 wins. Yeah, I'm looking at the AFC, man. The AFC North is the best division right now, by far. Ain't it crazy how our division started and now look at it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can't afford to lose anyway. You know what the issue with the Dolphins loss would be? There could potentially be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There could potentially be 11 teams with 6 wins just like us. That's why the Dolphins can't afford to lose. We can't. We can't. Let me read some of these super chats, and then I'm gonna get more into Dolphin news. Some of the things that happened over the last few days that I want to talk about. Derek said, "Bum Allen face when they had 12 men on the field. They love that 12-man personnel." Did y'all realize it was 13 seconds left on the clock? Oh, I didn't tell y'all what happened last night. I wasn't even watching the whole game. Let me tell y'all how messed up this is. Here I am watching the beginning of the game because I was going to live stream it, right? And the wife was like, "Man, you've been doing so much the last few days. Take a break, blah, blah, blah." You know, she always convinced me to rest. So I said, "You know what? You're right, because I am a little worn. I've been going hard. Let me just watch it on the couch and relax," right? So here I am watching the game, this snooze fest, this bum out here throwing picks, and I'm just like, boy, oh boy. I made it to about halftime. I fell asleep. I woke up somewhere in like the fourth quarter or something. Josh Allen them coming back and they take the lead, right? Something like that. And I go to sleep. I didn't know. I just fell asleep again. I fell asleep. Do you know I woke up? I looked at the TV and I looked at the score, and Buffalo was up by 2 or 1 or something like that. Whatever it was, 1. And Denver was kicking the field goal. And I said, "Oh my gosh, they about to beat Buffalo. If this bum miss and bail these bums out like they always get bailed out." He kicked the field goal. I had the remote in my hand. He kicked the field goal, it went right, and he missed, and I cut the TV off. Right after I saw it was going right, I cut the TV off. I went in my room, went to sleep, thinking these bums got bailed out again. I wake up this morning, my wife like, "Oh, Buffalo must be in trouble. They lost again." I said, "They didn't lose. They kicked the game winner." "No, they lost. They didn't lose." I'm arguing with her. Like, "What are you talking about?" And I turn on the TV while I'm checking my phone. I'm like, "What happened?" I'm like, "What happened?" Like, literally. Man, if I would have just waited 2 more seconds last night, I would have been all on Twitter all night. I would have got no rest. Man, oh man. Them bums. Them bums. But it was glorious. Oh my gosh. Oh, so I went to bed thinking Buffalo won, actually. I went to bed thinking they won, man. But hey, it is what it is. That was a good one. That was a good one. I love it. Couldn't have been no, but boy, the round table gonna be like Master at Work's gonna be having fun on the round table. I'm going in. Dan just gonna probably have a look we never saw on his face before. And Richie, man, he probably just gonna be even killed. Like, man, nah, Richie probably gonna be one of those, "Our division sucks," trying to bring it down. Nah, I don't want to hear that. Y'all suck. Okay. Y'all suck. Man, that was crazy. I know we on a high right now, but let's be real. We ain't win no division yet. Sunday is the typical game. We always lose, and if that happens, it's over. If it happens, it's not technically over, but I know what you mean, man. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, you talking about mad if we lost Sunday? Oh, you couldn't be more. Oh man, because let me tell you how these things be working too, right? Because the next game for the Bills is versus the Jets, and the Jets is a wrap, in my opinion. Okay, if we lose and the Bills beat the Jets, it's gonna be one of those cases where, oh my gosh, the Dolphins only 1 game up. I don't know why everybody keep toting this 1 game up on the Bills. Listen, As long as you 1 game up on the Bills, it ain't over. Right now, it's 2 games up. It's a wrap. But if it's 1 game, it comes down to the last one, and it could knock you all the way out. It could knock you out. But the Bills got a tough schedule. But I ain't gonna lie, I could see them potentially going on a run. People asking, well, man, they're a different team now. And then they're gonna be pointing at Ken Dorsey. Yeah, when they fire Ken Dorsey, things have turned around. Scapegoat. Nah, Josh Allen he been such a bum for week after week after week. A broke clock is right twice a day. So he gonna start rattling some good wins, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's gonna start. I already know how this goes, man. We number 1 with a gun. Yeah, that's true. Yep, and we need to start clipping people off now. Bills tears high in electrolytes. Where can I find? Oh my gosh, drinking the Bills tears. Attention. Ken Dorsey just threw a 65-inch plasma through the window at Highmark Stadium, then jumped out. Dark humor. We in that catbird. We in that catbird. I ain't always the smartest man in the room. I don't know what you're trying to say. We in that catbird. I'm slow. Ronnie said Diggs knew at the start of the season. Yeah, you're right. Wait till they realize Joe Brady is just as bad. Wow. Carolina's decision to select Young over Stroud appears to be a historic mistake. Unless Bryce Young finds his Mike McDaniel, his career will go up in flames. Well, he need to find his Mike McDaniel, his Tyreek Hill, and a little bit more. TD, do you think the defense has turned a corner? I noticed they shift in the Philly game. I thought Philly would run it down our throat, but the D was stout against the run. I was dumb to question Fangio. I don't think we've turned a corner yet. I think Dolphin fans are making an assumption we've turned a corner. When you really look at the NFL so far this year, the evidence for everything that's happened has technically been right in front of us. The evidence has kind of been right in front of us. So the reason why I'm not 100% sold on the defense turning the corner, albeit they have been playing better lately, but I got to wait to see, is because who has the defense played well against that has impressed us? They played well against the Chiefs. Has the Chiefs' offense not struggled all season? Look at what Denver did to them. You see what I'm saying? The Chiefs' offense has struggled all year, so it doesn't make me feel great. Eagles, their offense hasn't been great either. When you really look at the way things have gone this season, their offense hasn't been great either. Now, some of these teams will start to look better this point going forward, but earlier in the season, when we played Philly, their offense hadn't been great. When we played the Chiefs, their offense, even after the game, Mahomes said, we'll figure the offense out, man. I know we will. Because of how many weeks they've been just bad. So, and then on top of that, when you look at the upcoming schedule for the Dolphins, Raiders ain't got a great offense. Defense will be fine. Jets, no comment. Sam Howell and them, maybe they could do a little something, but overall, they just ain't a great team. So then the Titans, they O-line worse than the NFL. Jets again, you won't know about your defense until you play the Cowboys, the Ravens, and Buffalo again. Now, we're going to feel like we got the best defense in the NFL all of a sudden after the next 5 weeks. But don't get to the Cowboys game and they put up 40-something points, and all of a sudden the defense sold, man. So I'm not putting no stock in nothing our offense is doing until we play those last 3 games. I'm just not. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Because when you look early in the season, all of these offenses had some success against the Dolphins defense. Now, as we start blowing them out late, like every team moved the ball on us. Some of them didn't get in the end zone, though, the bum teams. And as they started to get down 20, 21 points or something, whatever, then we start in the obvious passing situation, start getting turnovers, sacks, racking up stats. I don't put no stock in that. So unfortunately, you won't know until the last 3 weeks of the season if your defense is built for the playoffs or not. And I'm going to be honest, great last 3 games to tune up to tell you who you got as a team. Great last 3 games because the Cowboys will be fighting at a minimum for seeding against the Eagles and stuff. They'll be fighting. You ain't going to get no fluff from them. The Ravens, they'll be fighting to keep us down. We'll be right up there trying to steal. If not for them to win the division with everything going on. And Buffalo, that's a toss-up, though, because depending on if they just having this bad stretch and they keep losing, we might have a cakewalk in that last game. Well, last time we had a cakewalk, they sat these starters. They still blew us out in the last game of the season. Y'all remember that? So either way, but you may not get the best version of their offense to know in that last game. We don't know. We'll see. Just depend on how it goes. So no, I'm not sitting here saying we haven't turned the corner, and I'm not saying that we did. I'm just very skeptical because the Chiefs hadn't played great offense all season. And the Eagles hadn't played great offense around that time either when we played them. So a lot of these teams are more, believe it or not, being more so carried by their defense. They're more so getting carried by their defense, and they're also scoring points with their defense as well. I want you to look at this. First game of the season, Jalen Hurts, 170 yards, 1 touchdown. I just want you to look at the quarterback play for the Eagles for a second. Show you what I'm talking about in my thought process. Oh, crap. I just lost it. All right. Eagles. Hold on. Give me a second. I lost my place. Second game for the Eagles, and they still won. I want you to think about this. Jalen Hurts, 193 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Okay. I want you to just look at the quarterback play. Next game, it was good. Jalen Hurts, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he didn't turn it over. But it wasn't this offensive explosion. 40-something rushing yards was not an offensive explosion. Oh, I'm in the wrong game. Then they beat the Bucs. Jalen Hurts threw 2 interceptions in that game versus the Bucs, but they won. Do you see where I'm getting at? All of these games, barely over 200 yards, 1 touchdown, and throwing picks. All right, what's another game on here? They beat the Rams, okay? Jalen Hurts, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. This time he had 303 yards, but 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We're not getting this let me back up. He did run for 72 yards and a touchdown in that game. He was the leading rusher. But 23 points. And they're literally 5-0. And have you gotten great play? 5-0 and have you gotten great play? We already know what happened in the Eagles game. Offense was trash. Couldn't do nothing to get them against them. Now they had a good offensive day against the Dolphins, even though we got an interception. And it was a solid offensive day. It wasn't off the charts either. Okay. Now they just had a Commanders game. They put up 38 though. So that was an offensive explosion. And that's a divisional battle. So their first here we are, right? 8 games in and 2 offensive explosions. And one of them was against us a little bit and one of them against Washington. So they haven't been great offensively this year. In this last game versus the Cowboys, they went off. So they're actually just starting to reach their stride on offense. But when we played them, for the most part, they had not been good offensively. And I'm not going to do the same thing with the Chiefs. I think we all know they have really struggled all year offensively. But I will say this, any team that wants to start getting their offensive stride and getting better, this is the time to do it. And by week 13, you need to be operating at that optimal level consistently. That's why you got to worry about teams like the Browns. Defense, top notch, but if that offense keeps getting better and better and starts to find their footing, Browns can be the sleeper team that's nasty. They really can. We'll see how it goes. So I'm not going to say we turned the corner. We'll see. TD, you should have seen Dan's face last night. He called Josh Elena. That bum is a bum. Oh, man, don't worry. Dan going to have to face the music on the round table. But I've been trying to tell people, y'all, this is what it's about. I've been trying to tell people what it is. The Bills window closed. They have talent on the roster, but now they can't afford the necessary depth so that when they have injuries, they're thin. Their window is over. It's a wrap in Buffalo. They'll continue to make that team competitive. They'll finish the season competitive, but their Super Bowl aspirations, the window has closed. And now you have a quarterback who is going to keep you in purgatory for the next 10 years because you'll always come up short because of the things he'll do. But he'll never be bad enough to where you could ever justify moving on from him. This is what I be trying to tell y'all. Those are the worst quarterbacks you could possibly have in the NFL. They're not bad enough to ever justify moving on from them, but given the current quarterback market, they're going to always hurt you because of how much money they make. They're going to hurt the overall what you're trying to build because how much money they make. And people don't realize, they always say, yeah, but the salary cap goes up. Man, what? The salary cap goes up 5%? But people forget when quarterbacks were making 26, 27 million, that crap jumped to 40. It jumped to 40, and then you had a few people getting high 30s. Then it jumped to, it didn't jump to 45, it jumped to 50. Just because you had one or two sprinkles of 44 and 45 in between, it jumped to 50 because of the time frame of the jump. People think that just because in one offseason, one quarterback gets 44, the next one gets 48, then the next one gets 49, the next one gets 50. Oh, well, it's going up gradually. No, it went from 35 to 50 due to the time frame. Do y'all not realize quarterbacks, if they were going on the normal scale of the last 20 years of the NFL, right now the highest paid quarterback probably should be making about $38 million. If you keep up the natural growth, the highest quarterback paid probably somewhere around $38 million, and that should have been the Mahomes. But we're about to get into the 55 realm. We're about to get ready to touch uncharted territory. So all of this, the salary cap goes up. Man, the cap goes up 5%. Quarterback salaries done almost 100% doubled, at least 80% in the last few years. It should take 5 years for it to go up 25%. But it's literally taking like 2 years to go up 80%. And what people don't understand that don't know numbers is that when the salary cap goes up 5%, every position value goes up 5%. Now it's just a matter of what position teams covet. So let me break it down for those who don't understand numbers. If the salary cap goes up 5%, which is 20 million, you don't give all of that to your quarterback and say, oh, now we can afford them. Because guess what? Now your $7 million linebacker, the market says he should be getting 8 or 9. But now, based off of you giving all the increase to your quarterback, now you got to reduce how much you can give others. So how competitive is a guy for $5 million when the market says he should be getting 8? How competitive can you be when you're getting $5 million guys when the market says that they should be getting 8? That tells you you're not even getting the average guy. So you get this quarterback, and now you got to look at your roster and sacrifice. I mean, y'all got to look at the Dolphins situation. Y'all know we already sacrificing without paying our quarterback, right? Because of Ogba, Chubb, Tyreek, Armstead, Xavier Howard, Ramsey. Y'all don't understand. We already got more bloated contracts than most teams. So we already have to take weaker contracts in areas. Why you think they ain't pay Connor and look at how much they paying him? Why you think they ain't paying Hunt and look at how much they paying him? Why you think Jackson and look how much they paying him? There's so many positions on our roster right now that players are either underpaid or we're paying them under because that's their value. But the only issue with the Dolphins is it's fine if those guys are playing well. And right now, some of them are playing well, so it's fine, right? But the only issue is eventually they got to get paid. And guess what the Dolphins setting up to do? And they trying to tell y'all this is what they're going to do, but we're not listening. I already know. Y'all need to listen. They're basically trying to tell you that going forward, our offensive line, we're always going to try to spend the least amount of money. So if Robert Hunt wants his money, we can give you this. If you take it, good. If you don't, yeah, we got a game plan. We have a budget, and we don't want to go over this budget for the O-line. They're trying to do what the Patriots did for 20 years, spend the least amount of money on the O-line. A lot of people didn't know that. When they were winning all those Super Bowls, the Patriots were one of the least spending teams on the O-line. There were years Patriots were spending $13, $14 million on the entire O-line, winning Super Bowls. Go look it up. Year after year, there's a chart that you can look at year after year after year, right? But here's where we fail to realize. They were able to do that with Brady making a little bit of money. So people didn't realize the Patriots were putting a lot of their money at linebacker, corners, safeties, locking that D line down. A whole bunch of mid. See, the Patriots had a roster full of 7 and 8s. That's why they didn't have many 9 and 10s they were paying. I don't remember a year the Patriots had more than 3 or 4 9 or 10s on their roster when they were winning Super Bowls. And if they were 9 and 10s, they were on a rookie deal, and Belichick was sure ready to let them go after their rookie contract. So that's what the Dolphins about to do. That's what they're about to do. They literally about to say, hey, Connor, if you ain't willing to take a pay cut, which why should he? If you ain't willing to take a pay cut, I think we good with Eichenberg moving forward at center. And I think they perfectly fine with that. Listen, Hunt, we drafted you. We might pay you. I don't know. They just got to pick and choose who they want to pay and who they don't. But on that old line, I'm telling you now, right now they're feeling like Austin Jackson. You playing better, but you ain't worth no big contract. So here's what we got. You see what I mean? And they're going to try to spend as least as possible on the old line. And they want to prove that this year. They want to prove it this year. But I want to see how they're going to be able to prove it in like 2025. Next year, they could do it too. Because they got a lot of guys locked in. But in 2025, too many people you would have already paid. If you pay Christian Wilkins, if you pay Connor, if you pay, Hunt, if you pay Austin Jackson, if you pay Holland, Jones, it's a lot. It's a lot of people we got to pay. It's a lot of people we got to pay. So let's see how they navigate this. And then the big contract, Tua's. What you going to do about Tua's contract? Are you going to give him an extension this offseason? Are you going to play the 5th year out? How are you going to do that? And I think they got to give him the money. And giving Tua the big contract is usually it would help the team if they did it last year because they could spread the money out more. But now next year, a minimum 5th year option cap hit of $23 million unless you spread it out. But now you got 23 that you're trying to spread out with it, which is tough. Don't pay Tua, trade him. Listen, y'all can keep going that route all you want. That's not going to happen. Now, if you don't believe in this team long term, that's the easiest way to get out of any financial issues and be able to stay competitive. But that ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. That ain't even possible. TD, serious question. Do you think quarterback Justin Fields is salvageable? If so, could we see the Fins pick him up this offseason, especially since the Fins must decide on Tua? What you say? No. Listen, again, when it comes to Tua, you've already invested too much to turn back now. Okay. Okay, all right, maybe I'm tripping because there is a world where you can move on from Tua this offseason, but y'all got to understand what would happen. Knock on wood, Tua has a season-ending injury right now, and we missed the playoffs. And even then, I think that they still bring him back, but now they get to get him at a real big discount. Now they get to say, hey, man, we got this 5-year, $120 million contract sitting right here for you. 140 or something like that. 5 years, 30 each. Now they get him at the discount if that happens. And they'll go get a guy like Fields in a trade with, a second-round pick or something like that and let him be behind Tua and just have a weapon or something. You see what I mean? And hopefully Tua stays healthy where we're not visiting that, right? Other situation is we just missed the playoffs because Tua has a season ending like last year. What does that look like? Because we've seen this from Tua before. He did it last year other than the fact that he didn't get hurt early in the season, right? But then coming up in this part of the season, because we're going into week 11, our trouble started in week 12. So say you beat the Raiders and you go into week 12 and you have a San Francisco situation from last year. Then you go into week 13 against Washington and you have a Chargers situation from last year. Then you go into week 14 and against the Jets again, you have a bit whoever we play, you have a Buffalo situation where you lose a tough one. And then once again on Christmas Day, you throw 3 picks just like you did versus Green Bay. And here we are, 4 straight losses like he had last year that people seem to forget about. That people seem to forget about. And now all of a sudden, the Miami Dolphins are literally 7-7. Tied with Buffalo, however you want to look at it. And you got 2 games left, Ravens and Buffalo. I don't care who you win or who you lose to. Them 2 games, you literally win 9 games. Only chance is winning the division, but just say, whatever happens, you lose. You get 8 wins and you lose the division to Buffalo. But that ain't going to happen because of the opponents we got coming up. I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. But I didn't see the collapse last year happening like that either. I mean, I knew we were going to lose 2 of them games, but I ain't think 4. I already knew what was going to happen against San Francisco. I didn't think the Chargers had it in them, with, especially with their secondary being out. And we lost. And that's the problem. Just like the Chargers last year, we are not exempt, ladies and gentlemen, from Washington doing that to us. They could put up points too. We are not exempt from Washington doing what the Chargers did to us. San Francisco last year, we are not exempt from Baltimore putting it on us. Green Bay, we are not exempt from the Cowboys doing us in. And I want y'all to really think about what I'm saying here, because all of these are losable games. First of all, I don't even think we're going to beat the Cowboys. I don't think we're going to beat the Ravens. In the Buffalo last game, we should, but I don't know. I already got us going 5-3 in the last 8. Those are 3 games right there. But you cannot sit here and tell me that we're exempt from the the Chargers game last year. We are a team that could very well do something just like that versus Washington or the Jets. Bro, you tripping. I was tripping last year when I said it too, huh? Y'all always talk about I'm tripping. Yeah, y'all don't get it yet? Y'all always say I'm tripping until it happens. It never fails. Every time y'all say I'm tripping until it happened, and then you don't say nothing. That's the crazy part. You don't come back and say, dang, I thought you were tripping, but you were right. You never do. Every year, everything I pick that's against us, y'all say I'm tripping, but go check the receipts and look at the outcomes. Me too, Moonlight. I see us winning the next 5, losing the last 3. If we beat the Cowboys, I know we'll be able to beat anybody, because the only reason I say that, because the Cowboys are beatable, but the way they play football is the way the Cowboys play football is kryptonite for us. Good thing they're in the NFC. The way the Cowboys play football would demolish what we do on both sides of the football. On both sides of the football. They don't play around. They man up, press, put their hands on you. They got the pass rush. Nobody ever going to dispute that, especially against us. Now, they may struggle at times against good O-lines, but they will expose our O-line. Ain't no question about it. And that's the recipe for disaster for us. We're not losing the last 3, trust me. Yeah, it may come down to us beating Buffalo. Maybe that's why. Somebody said, I don't see Cowboys giving us any problems. Okay. Y'all remember, that's the game I told you. And I ain't saying we're going to lose, but I don't see us winning. I mean, we can win the game. But based off of matchups, that team, the Cowboys, from a matchup standpoint, and some people ain't looking at the fact that Dak Prescott is definitely playing top 5 football in the NFL this season. Top 5 football in the NFL. Our defense is top 5. Now, when we start ranking our defense, miss me with that. All rankings can go out the window when you talk about ranking our defense. Our defense has not been good all season, pretty much, with the exception of these terrible teams, and that's only in the 3rd and 4th quarter when they're out of reach and they're in a passing situation. We get all of our sacks, our interceptions, our fumbles, our hurries. We get all of that in the second half when the team down by 21 because our offense done put it on them. Look at the Giants game. Was it the Giants or the Panthers that jumped out 14-zip on us? Which game was that? I don't remember. But games like that. Your defense looks absolutely trash. And then whenever they start turning it over and making mistakes on their own, and we get way out in front and they're in a passing situation, now we getting sacks. Now we getting hurries. Now we getting interceptions. Now we forcing fumbles. Now we jumping around going crazy against some of the worst teams in the NFL. And not only do we do it, but we start Pat statting too. We start chomping at the bits. Big time. 2. Yeah. All right, cool. So, no. I mean, look at the 70-point win by the 50-point win by the Broncos. Was Russell Wilson not moving up and down the field at the beginning of the game? They were about to score, we punched out a fumble. They were about to score again, and we punched out a fumble. Moving down the field. Now, I understand a fumble is a fumble, but teams can have our defense. It's just that if they turn it over, it is what it is. And then when you get up and out of reach, now we stat padding. Now we putting them stats up. Everybody getting sacks and pick now. Russell Wilson was having a great game to start that game versus us. And as soon as they got out of reach, 40-something to low score, now he out there, and we're like, why Russell Wilson still on the field? Why the coach got him out there? Oh, well, now all of a sudden our defensive rankings just climbing and climbing and climbing. Every play we make, topping sacks, topping this, topping that. Trust me, you want to line up this defense? Tell me what our stats were versus the Chiefs. Tell me what our stats were versus the Eagles. And tell me what our stats were versus Buffalo. Chiefs, we played a good defensive game, but you put those 3 games together because I don't want to exclude them. Those are the games we lost, so I'll put even the Chiefs' good defensive performance in there. But you go look at those other 2 games, and you tell me what you think about the defense. And people will be like, yeah, but we weren't healthy then. Oh, so we'll go off of the top 5 ranking unhealthy, and we'll use that, but we won't use what we did during that process. What did we do in those games against actual good offenses? And them offenses even struggled. Have we truly played a great offense all season? Have we? And I know a lot of people don't agree with me right now and be like, man, he tripping. But I'm telling y'all, if it'll be a game like the Cowboys, if they put up 48 points like Buffalo did against us, and we were like, the defense sold, y'all ain't going to say nothing. Well, we went from 4, now we rank 8th, so we're still a good defense. Yeah, you don't get it, do you? You just don't get it. You want to know what the best offense we went up against this year? And they put up 31 points. It wasn't the Bills. It was the Chargers. And they put up 31. Casey said our line is soft. Our secondary is real. Our secondary is bend but don't break. That's what it is. It's don't give up the big play. Just like Buffalo. But if you're patient and you're just running it down the field piece by piece, look at the Eagles game. They just took what they were given. They kept on getting them passes. I want you to think about it. Yeah, Chargers put up 34, Eagles put up 31, Bills put up 48. And we around here going crazy because the Chiefs put up. What did the Chiefs put up, by the way? And by the way, we lost that game. I keep forgetting that. What did the Chiefs put up? One of them was a pick, fumble 6 or something. So technically their offense put up 14, right? But how I'm supposed to say anything about that when the Chiefs scored 9 points against the Broncos? Fresh off of scoring 9 points versus the Broncos. And I'm supposed to think, oh, our defense. No, man. No. It ain't, the math ain't mathing for me. So, listen, I'm going to tell you now, the defense can't tell me nothing until we play the Cowboys. And then you better not mess around and slip up and we lose a game the defense sell against any of these 5 teams we finna play before the Cowboys. There's a lot of QBs coming out this year. I mean, they ain't got nothing to do with the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I mean, what you ain't finna put no late first round pick on no non-top quarterback. You ain't doing that with the second round. You ain't got no third or fourth. I don't think we ain't got no third or fourth rounder. So, oh, that's another thing. Derek Ryle says sacks are coming from good coverage in the secondary. Fangio defense has changed since Ramsey's return. Ramsey done played 2 games. And let's just play the Cowboys. And let's see how on or off I am. I'm just leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. Because we got people out here thinking that we got a pass rush all of a sudden based off of the rankings. We're top 5 in pressures and we're one of the best sack teams. I'm telling you, I've literally watched every sack that the Miami Dolphins has gotten. And when you break it down, you need to look at what's organic and what's not. All you got to do is go, there's a video out giving you every sack of the Miami Dolphins so far this season, right? And when you go watch it, this is what I want your criteria to be. Because in the NFL, the average time to throw the ball is 2.6 seconds. Good protection is around 3. Okay, Tua is at about 2.4 or something like that. So we got work to do. But go watch every sack. See if the quarterback has the ball in his hand for more than 3 seconds, which means it would be a coverage sack, not pass rush organic. And then see if they have it in their hand that long. All right. And then see how many are off of blitzes. First of all, half of all of our sacks are blitz, is what I found. And about 60% of the other half are literally a quarterback having the ball 3, 4, 5, even 6. One play the quarterback had the ball 9 seconds. Tell you no lie. Our organic pass rush still doesn't exist. And then when you go look at the good teams, we don't get them at all, barely. We barely get them at all. But hey, I'm the one that I look at these type of things. I look at all of these things. Is it really happening like that? Do we got it like that? Or is it just happening on the back end? And I'm telling y'all got to listen, man. How are y'all really out here trying to gauge something based off of the Carolina Panthers, us getting coverage sacks, the New York Giants, us getting coverage sacks? I can keep going. If you really look at the Patriots twice, us getting coverage sacks. Like, you want me to say our secondary is great getting coverage sacks against those offenses? Come on, man. All teams who players get paid too. I agree with that. We're not disputing that. But then this is the only thing that I try to stress on this channel, though, when we had these conversations. I'm not saying I'm right. All I'm saying is this is why I'm skeptical and I need to see more. And I don't think I'll ever change my skepticism until we play the Cowboys. I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm just telling y'all I probably won't be sold until we play the Cowboys and we do it then. Hold the Cowboys to 17 points. You want to do something impressive? Hold the Cowboys to 17 points. Hold them to 21 and I'll be fine. Just do that. We'll see. We'll see. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm skeptical because of those reasons. But I cannot sit here and write a conclusion and have a hypothesis based off of the work we put in versus teams like y'all got to understand, man. That Broncos game alone put our stats worth 3 games. The Broncos game alone make our stats worth 3 games. Divide everything we did versus the Broncos and make it like a normal average game. And we're number 10 in instead of number 1, we're like number 10 in almost all them things we rave about. GD, we holding Dallas to 0. If you couldn't hold the Panthers to 0, then what make you think? All right, I'll leave it alone. Your negative vibes could tank the Dolphins again. Hey, in the world we live in, it's just the world we live in, where you see it as negative vibes. I see it as wisdom. Not saying that we can't, but at the same token, it ain't enough to draw a conclusion. See, when you draw a conclusion and you're wrong, there ain't no turning back. You're just wrong. What I'm doing right now, I can't be wrong. I didn't say that we aren't a good defense and that we are. I just said I'm skeptical until we play the Dallas Cowboys. And if we hold them to 0 and ball out, then I'll say, yeah, we are a great defense now. Oh, see, you were wrong. No, I wouldn't. I just said I was skeptical. But you say that's negative. It's negative. Okay. Well, let me ask y'all a question right now. What team in the NFL as of right now do you feel if played Miami would beat Miami today? Just give me one team in the NFL, if they played Miami today, would beat them. And if you think that's nobody, put nobody. Give me one team in the NFL that if they played Miami today, they would beat them. Wow. I'm actually shocked. I am still shocked. I'm waiting on that one. There we go. We finally got one. After about 30 people responded, we finally got one. All right, hold on. Let me keep going. All right, we got 2 out of 50 people. I'm trying to see something here. So that just told me I just be talking to trolls. That's all it is. The people that be like, oh, you're negative energy and all that, y'all just trolling. You know why? Because everybody who just named a team, basically, y'all got negative energy. Anybody who just named a team with the logic that people in the comment section making, they got negative energy. And we're up to about 70 people that literally listed a team. Some of them listed 2 or 3 teams. So they all got negative energy. My point exactly. No, they're just realists. They're realists. Teams I think that could beat the Dolphins today, based off of what's happened so far, strengths and weaknesses on teams, the Baltimore Ravens, Dallas Cowboys. I think we might be able to beat Buffalo now. We just got to see how they turn out at the end of the season, how they look. But I think we can beat them now after them injuries in their secondary. I don't think they're ever going to recover from it. So Baltimore, Dallas, Eagles, Browns will beat the Jags. Beat the Jags. Bengals will be a tough game. It just depends on any given Sunday. I don't know. I'm going to leave that one alone. That's a pick 'em even for me. I think we're 2 in the same with them. Man, the Raiders can't beat us. So I got 4 teams. San Francisco, Lions, I'm going to stop right there. 6 teams right now in the NFL, I feel like they could beat us the way they play football. 6 teams. Don't mean we'll lose to them. We could beat, at least in my opinion, we could beat 3 of those 6, but 6 teams have a shot at really beating us. Texans and Chargers, they ain't beating us. No, not happening. Not happening. Now, if I see a few more weeks of the Texans defense playing top football like they've been playing, that could change. I ain't gonna lie. But Chargers, no. No, they defense still trash. Just like last time, shootout. A shootout. That's all it is. And look what they did with the Lions. Shootout. And good for the Lions. Didn't give them the ball back. If the Lions would have kicked that field goal, you might have got Justin Herbert's first clutch win. What's the common denominator of losing to those teams, TD? I'll say it for you. They're more physical than the Fins. Facts. Yeah. Not only are they more physical, so they have the defense that won't stop but slow down our offense, and that's all it takes. But everybody I just named to you can get at it offensively too. At least 4 of those 6 can get after it offensively. They can get after it. So yeah. TD, honestly, the teams that can beat us is ourselves. Yeah, that's absolutely. But every team can say that. Every team says that. So every team says that. Anyway, man, I intended to come on here for about 30 minutes and go off on the Bills and have a good time, but we're coming up on 2 hours. It's crazy. We had like 800 people at one time in here. Right now we got 6. Y'all hit the like button. I'm about to get up out of here. Me and the wife gonna go get our workout in and then get ready to pick the kids up from school. But I'm gonna give another stream later because I want to try to get this film study from the last game and Tua's grades on the season so far. I want to get those done. So at some point today, I'm trying to go live to take care of those 2 and get them done because tomorrow is a busy day for me, of course, with Bleacher Report, 2 streams tomorrow on Bleacher Report, and I got 2 roundtables tomorrow: the NFC North roundtable and the AFC East roundtable. So tomorrow's pretty much Bleacher Report and roundtable day on Wednesday. So I probably won't be back definitively unless it's some crazy breaking news. I won't be back until Thursday here on TD Fans Talk. All right. This was awesome, TD. Thanks for pandering to us, Fins fans. Blessings. Salute to you, Don. Love you, brother. Thank you to all those who hit the like button. We got 515 likes. Superb. Just amazing. I appreciate everybody, man. Man, we're on a Tuesday in the midday, and people out here, man. Usually these 200 people streams. We had 800 at one point. That's what's up, man. But I think Dolphin fans, this is the time to come out the caves and just know we good. We won a division. We won a division. Like, oh my gosh. But every time I say we won a division, it's like, boy, if there's a world that we don't, I am going ballistic. I am nuclear and everything. Man, we better. And boy, certain people better not screw it up for us. Yeah, but y'all already know. Elite QBs don't get people fired, TD. Been right all along. I thought the Josh Allen bum thing was you trolling. TD, I was wrong. Salute. I've been trying to tell y'all. And every time y'all be like, man, TD trolling, I'm be like, I'm not trolling y'all. Josh Allen is trash. See, I got to understand something. When I call somebody trash, right, they're not trash. See, garbage, just like you don't belong in the NFL. I don't waste my breath, be like, man, this man trash. I don't waste my breath, and I'll be like, man, I just tell you, just horrible. Don't even belong in the NFL. Just But when I call you trash, it's not because you're trash. It's because you're throwing away years of the franchise, of the organization, and the team don't realize, and the fans don't realize. They think they got a guy. I'm telling you, you're gonna look up 15 years from now, and Josh Allen gonna have that Tony Romo career. And yeah, that's gonna get you to the playoffs. Half of your career, his career. 16-year career, he'll have 8 playoff appearances. You'll have like 6 playoff wins. And those playoff wins, 3 of those seasons went to the second round and stuff like that. But majority of them first round exits. It's coming. Your first round exits are coming. All your playoff wins, those are already hit. You might, in the next 10 years, you might get another 1 or 2, maybe 3 more playoff wins, but they won't happen in the same year. It's over. 16 years, you had your guy and didn't have your guy. Who better knows this logic than a Dolphin fan? Don't get mad at me, Dolphin fans, but I'm sorry. We had the greatest quarterback of all time to not win a Super Bowl. And for that, I'm sorry. As my fandom don't stop at having a great quarterback. My fandom only has one goal: the Lombardi in my lifetime. People don't realize how rare it is to get the Lombardi. Within 2 years, a year and a half, a year and 3 months, I will be turning 40 years old. Man, it's crazy. And I ain't seen a Lombardi. So I don't care nothing about. Listen, get mad all you want. Listen, thank you, Miami Dolphin greats. Thank you, Dan Marino. Thank you, Chris Chambers. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you. I can just go. Zach Thomas. Thank you. Man, I can go and go and go. Y'all know that I ain't even finna get into naming all the greats. I'm not even gonna get into naming all the greats that I witnessed. But y'all ain't amounting to nothing as far as a Lombardi. So thank you for your services. Thank you for being a great Dolphin. Thank you for your contributions. But at the end of the day, none of them in my lifetime amounted to nothing. Thank you, Jason Taylor. Thank you, Can't Wait. Thank you, all y'all, man. None of you amounted to the Lombardi. None of them. I'm waiting on the Lombardi. Nothing more, nothing less. The ultimate prize in fandom is all that matters. As a fan, everything the team does needs to be about the ultimate prize, not falling in love with the players. That is a NFL PR stunt to make the viewer fall in love with the players versus the team. Do you understand that people love players more than a team in today's NFL? In today's NFL fandom, people love the players more than the team, and that is marketing, because you could sell more of an individual because you got 53 of them that you could sell than just the one team. I could buy a Dolphin shirt and be fine, but if I get you to celebrate the player, you ain't just gonna buy a Dolphin shirt. You're gonna buy a Tua shirt, a Tyreek shirt, a Waddle shirt, and a Dolphin shirt. That's all PR. That's all money making to get you to love the player more than the team. And the craziest part about it is most people don't even realize they loving players more than the team. But you'll know those people because let you come up to a critical juncture to where you say it might be best for the team to trade Christian Wilkins to give us better flexibility in the future, and they flip their lid. Oh, no. You want to know one better? You'll know if they love the players more than the team when you say, we might be trading Laramie Tunsil. Oh, this idiot. Why y'all want to get rid of our best players, man? This is stupid. Oh, the Miami Dolphins just traded Laramie Tunsil to the Houston Texans. What are we doing? Oh, my gosh. They never keep our best players. 3 years later, you flip that one player for some of all these great players we got now, and they still blinded because they glorifying it now, but the players is what they glorifying, not the move that the team made. They'll mention it on occasions. They'll mention it. Yeah, remember that move that made all of this? But really, they honed in on all the players they got for it. Player. I'm sorry. My commentary is about one thing, and that's what this team needs to do to get the Lombardi, and that may make certain players not look as favorable as we want them to be. It may make them look way more expendable than they are. Or they're not. Whatever. I want the Lombardi in my lifetime with whatever culmination of players you can get. So excuse me when I don't go crazy and I don't rave about, because I love our legends. I love our great players of all time. But at the same token, I ain't get to see them win the ultimate prize. Y'all got to understand, in my lifetime being a sports fan, I've only gotten to see one organization in my lifetime win it all, and I believe they would win it all, and I wanted them to win it all. And from game one, I witnessed it all. Only once, and when I felt that feeling, it was so beautiful. And I need that with my team. It wasn't even my team, but I was a player fan, and I was the Boston Celtics in 08-09. I was a Kevin Garnett fan. When they traded him to Boston, I said, this is interesting. Paul and KG, and then they brought in Ray. I was like, woo! They finna win it all, and I believed it. And I said, KG, man, he my favorite player in the league. Let me watch KG. And then I found out, as KG would put it, the little African Rondo, I found out who he was, and I watched every game that season. And I graduated from college in April, and I watched the entire playoffs. When I moved to Dallas, I watched the whole playoffs. Every game, every night. Bang! That's when bang was at all-time high. Ray for three. Bang! Like, I don't, y'all got to tell me his name because I'll be mixing names up in commentary. Y'all know the bang guy on TV for the finals. Bang! Y'all, somebody help me out because I want to use his proper name. Tell me in the comment section right now. Who am I talking about? What's his name? The one that got the iconic bang! Come on now. Somebody got me. Somebody got me. Give me first and last name. Green, yes. Mike Green, yes. Let me tell you, people didn't notice Mike Green changed his whole bang. Usually, Mike Green was like, bang for the three, bang, bang. Not, man, they were wetting so many threes. Mike Green changed his bang. He didn't bang anymore. As soon as it left their hand, he bang. He had that, because he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. Mike Green changed his whole bang. The whole bang changed. He didn't wait for him to make it and say bang. He was bang, bang. It had that drag to it. That's how, man, boy, I witnessed it. It was one of the greatest things ever. It was one of the greatest things ever. And it was a great feeling watching them on there celebrate their championship. So, yeah, I got to have that feeling with the Dolphins. Will they? Time will tell. All right. All right, man. Let me get up out of here, man. I'm talking crazy. All right. Last one. I agree with you 100 TD about the team over the player. I've been fan few years more than you, but you are 100% right. I know it. I know it, man. All right, man. I love it. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Member for 15 months. Gio said, let's go, baby. You already know. I will see y'all later, hopefully this evening. Fins up no matter what. Peace. I am out. Love y'all, man.